What's up? Ninja Knight here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. Thank you. So McFarlane Toys has posted some pictures today, and I think it might be to get ahead of some leakers because there's been some very successful leaks over the last couple of weeks from a certain account on Instagram called JJ and they have been shown some of the upcoming figures from McFarlane Toys that he hasn't quite announced yet. Now these come from a leaked listing from a couple of months back that people had seen, which was a Black Adam wave of Black Adam, Superman, Batman and Constantine, and people didn't really understand what they were. Well, here's what they are here. These are part of the Page Puncher line that McFarlane Toys has coming out. So recently he's been shown some between 3 3/4 inch and 4-inch figures. Now he's actually putting some of the 7-inch figures into this line, and apparently this is going to come with an all-exclusive comic book of Black Adam. Now this is probably to tie in with the movie, and I think it's pretty interesting the character choice that you're seeing here. Obviously you're going to get Batman and Superman from nearly every wave now at this stage. I think when they're the biggest characters and they sell the most, that's probably why we're going to get them, as he has stated before himself. So what you get to see here is Superman, and he comes with a nice body book. I think this is very much so going to be repainted into a classic Superman. So if you're not a fan of the colours that are on this figure, and in particular the head sculpt, I've seen a lot of people online already kind of questioning the head sculpt, and I would tend to agree. The head sculpt does look very, I would say, rosy and maybe a bit young and kind of oddly shapen and proportioned, to be quite honest. I would love to see a more classic look on that. But I do think that McFarlane is getting a handle on the likes of the face paint. I do think he's actually recently implemented either face print technology or something quite close to it, because from seeing some of the figures lately, they've been quite good with the paint apps. So you've got Superman here. I think the ball joints are fitting in really well into the suit, and again with the boots also, I think he's learning as he's going along. I think that's brilliant to see. Excellent to see this, by the way, which is fists and open flying hands. That is exactly what is needed with a Superman figure, and that's all that's needed. I don't care how many variations of Superman you do. Once he has 2 fists and once he has 2 open hands, I'm very happy. So I'm easy to please there. The cape is kind of oddly shapen, so it's obviously supposed to be in a flight pose. Some people like that, some people don't. I'd personally be on the side of not really liking that. I wouldn't mind a straight cape, but then again, the design in the cape isn't too bad if you're looking at it as a flying pose cape. Now let's move on to the next figure that we have in this wave, and it's Black Adam himself. I think he looks absolutely fantastic. If you weren't a fan of the Endless Winter Black Adam, I think that this might hit all of the spots that you want to get with a Black Adam figure. You've got a decent looking head sculpt. He looks angry. He looks like he could be a very aggressive character, as opposed to the kind of Eddie Munster lookalike that they had there for the Endless Winter Black Adam. I personally would always envisage Black Adam as having a cape, and I like the torn, tattered look here with this cape, and I do like the armor pieces that are featured on this Black Adam figure, because again, that Endless Winter wave, that was a figure that was kind of more stripped down, no cape and fairly bare minimum stuff. As far as I know, I think that was a repaint of the King Shazam figure. So nice to see Black Adam get a couple of upgrades here with the likes of the lightning effects. I think this is a good thing. I like the way McFarlane is moving to this kind of Marvel Legends-esque lightning effect, rather than having holes in the figure, which I think does compromise the look of the figure. I think it's better having wrapped lightning. This is something that I would love to see with an updated Flash figure. I think it's something he needs to do. He needs to scale down a Flash figure and do it. I know for a lot of people out there, they're like, I've bought Godspeed now, I've bought Wally West, I'm after buying multiple versions of this same body book, but I do think that he's going to have to do that at some stage, and I think that those lightning effects might come into play yet again at some stage. They'd also work very well with Static Shock and Black Lightning, I think, as well. But this Black Adam figure looks excellent, and this is going to probably be the year of Black Adam, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's movie coming out featuring Black Adam as the titular character. You're going to see multiple variations of that, and that's even something that Instagrammer J June Tuck has been talking about and saying that we're going to get a couple of different variations of Black Adam this year. But I do like it. It looks bulky, it looks menacing, and I'm very happy with the looks of this character here. Moving on to Batman now, and this is kind of very similar. I might be butchering the surname here. Lee Bermejo It seems quite close to his type of artwork for Batman, so that's pretty interesting. What doesn't seem to be coming with Batman an awful lot, which needs to be coming with Batman much more, is two-fisted hands. So over here, I appreciate the accessory of a Batarang. I'm never a big fan of McFarlane's Batarangs because they're too thick, they're too big, and I think they look really weird personally. And it comes with this open hand that has somewhat of a trigger finger on it. Batman needs to have two-fisted hands. I'm just going to be honest with you on that, and I think that that's what McFarlane needs to do in the future. It's great seeing Superman having 4 pairs of hands there, and then Batman then only has the pair of hands and a Batarang that doesn't look great. I'm not a huge fan of that. The grimace on the face looks cool. Some people might like it, some people might not. Some people, myself included, don't really like the grimacing on the faces, particularly if it's going to be inevitably a McFarlane gold label thing where he has a swappable head and the head looks a little bit more stoic or has a bit more of a different expression that you like more. But again, there's no Build-A-Figure here, so you're not obliged to get all of these figures unless he does a 1, 2, 3, 4 issue run here on this comic book, which is possible, I suppose. But I like the design of the suit. I think there's enough tech to it. I think it looks nice. I think the cape looks wonderful, to be honest with you. It's a very odd looking cape, and the fabric looks, and I mean it is rubber, but the fabric look to it looks absolutely excellent. I would like to see, and I do hope it is, that they're going to start fixing this ab crunch so that they can crunch over a little bit more, because I think that that's all that's missing articulation wise with these McFarlane figures, is the ability to crunch here from these characters. Characters like Batman should be able to crunch. But I do think overall it looks like a nice figure. Again, needs to come with 2 fists out, personally. And then we move on then to the last figure here, which is Constantine. So I'm really happy to see this figure in this line. I really like Constantine. It's going to pair nicely down with Etrigan. Etrigan has already come out. I would say at some stage we will get another recolor of Etrigan. And then you've got Swamp Thing that has recently released. So this Justice League Dark is starting to come together very nicely now, fairly quickly as well. The only thing, again, I know I'm being nitpicky here. We're getting 2 new effects. We're getting a book here, and then we're getting a magic symbol, I suppose you would call it, a magic defense ability that Constantine uses. Kind of, if you're into Marvel, he's not too far away from the likes of Doctor Strange, but he does feature a little bit more with fighting demons in particular, and I think that that's a very interesting character trait. But anyway, no fisted hands, which is quite interesting, I think. So again, he's not a character that's ultimately known for punching things, but I do think if you're giving us characters, I think at the bare minimum at this stage, they need to have fisted hands too. Because even if you want to have him standing on the shelf and not using his magical effects, it does look odd when he has hands that are pre-posed in a kind of splayed out look. That's just my personal opinion. Overall though, I think it does look nice. I will be interested to see what gets reused from here on out. I mean, the tear in the pants there, maybe that can be used someone else. I think maybe this coat could be even reused then, perhaps even from Hush. Again, I've no issue with reuse. I really haven't got an issue with reuse at all, especially if it fits the character and the character is in scale. I think that that's fair enough. I would love to see, perhaps even now, the fact that we've got a tie that's kind of open with an open neck collar of a shirt. I would love to see Two-Face at some stage in this line. I think that is the one character that's standing out that McFarlane could do his own kind of twist on, that he could do a really good job on. But I'm very happy with this Constantine figure, and again, it's another full wave that I'm very interested in buying. Again, look, we have our nitpicks on this as fans, and fans are going to have nitpicks. I think Superman, out of them all, looks to be the weakest of the bunch, particularly with the head portrait. It just seems like Superman seems to be the most difficult one to get right. And I don't know why that is, because you've got some good references that are out there. I mean, even if you just base the Superman head loosely off Henry Cavill at this stage, I think it'd be a winner nearly every time. Or even some of the recent art from the likes of Jim Lee's Hush, his Superman, with a kind of straight, kind of square jaw. I think it's really hard to mess that one up. In my opinion, I think sometimes it's the eyes. I think the eyes might be spaced too far apart. And then when you look at the art here then as well, the art's head is completely different, whereas the other ones look fairly okay in terms of what they look like in the art. But ultimately, I think it's a good wave. I'm excited for it. I'll buy the wave. I'm happy to support McFarlane Toys, particularly with the munitions pack that he's released recently, and I think that that's a really good move, particularly for fans. I do hope now at this stage, given the fact that we're getting a lot of new molds, we're getting a lot of new tooling, and we are getting McFarlane to listen to the fans. He's updating that articulation, he's updating the character roster, he's giving us characters like this that we want to see, and in different looks and in different molds. They're not just the one body type that's been repainted hundreds of times and pushed out there. So I do appreciate that, and I think I've appreciated that more now in the last couple of months, particularly because the articulation has gotten far better for McFarlane, and he started to get on top of the head portraits, and he's gotten on top then of the face paint, which I think is really important to make this line stand out. I'm very much so looking forward to this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for this wave? Is it going to be a pass? Are you going to cherry pick this line? Are you going to cherry pick this wave? What do you think about Batman needing two fisted hands? Do you agree with that also? I think that's something that maybe we should give McFarlane a shout out about and let him know. Again, fisted hands as well too, I would think with Black Adam would be important too also, because it's a character known for punching things. And I think when you're seeing it with Superman, it's kind of difficult then when you see some of these other characters and say, well, it's not with them either. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, make sure you share it, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also make sure you ring that notification bell up above for future uploads, and check out the links posted in the description down below to support the channel. And I'll talk to you later. Good luck. Due to the limiting of the truth on this platform, make sure you're following me over here on Odysee and on Rumble. Thank you. Make sure you're following me over here on Gab at ninja_knight, and over here on Gettr at the_ninja knight.